An icy wind is blowing in your face. You wrap yourself tighter in your coat and pull your scarf up over your nose. Thick snowflakes fall from the gloomy clouds above. You are rushing home to wait out the oncoming snowstorm. From the safety of your sofa with a cup of tea, your shopping bag clenched tightly in your hand, you make way through the crowds. Everyone else seems to be rushing home too, bundled up against the snow and heads down as they pass you on the busy street. The wind whirls the snow through the air and you pick up your pace as your front door comes into sight. From darkness, someone crashes into your shoulder and you begin to slip on the icy path. You stagger upright and then turn to complain, "Hey you!" But the figure has already hurried off into the dusk. You catch a glimpse of a slightly chubby man in a red coat before he disappears around the corner. How rude, you mutter, shaking your head, and then you pick up your bag and, rubbing your sore shoulder, make your way towards the door. At home, you are welcomed by a cozy warmth and the scent of vanilla biscuits. Happily, you peel yourself out of the thick winter clothes and boots. Lucky you made it home before the weather got worse. Now you can settle down with a cuppa and escape and the escape room game that your friend recommended. You always get excited about riddles. But wait, what's that? Something flickering in your living room? Is something on fire? Anxiously, you rush into the room. Fortunately, the only flickering is from one of the candles on your Advent wreath. Nevertheless, a chill runs down your spine. You cannot remember lighting the candle, but who else could it have been? It would be pretty odd to break into a house just to light an Advent wreath. You giggle a little nervously. How careless of you. A candle left unattended? Only now do you notice the letter propped up in front of the wreath. So someone was here after all. But who? And what did they want? Your heart beats faster. Curiously, you step closer and with shaking hands, open the envelope.
That's scary.
That is scary. My dear friend, please excuse my intrusion into your home. I had no choice. I am in dire straits and running out of time. You will understand why in a moment. But first I would like to thank you. Nowadays, there are few people who have not lost their faith in the magic of Christmas. There are even fewer who are extremely secretive and who, in addition, have remarkable talent for deciphering complicated riddles. In short, there are only few people like you, and that's exactly why I need you. You must help me, I beg you, because I'm afraid that without you, there will be no Christmas this year. Your heart skips a beat. No Christmas? That would be unthinkable. Just like you, countless people are sure to have gone all out in preparation for the celebration. It would be a huge disappointment for them and for the children. You shudder at the thought. Curiously, you continue to read. The bad news is, my golden book has disappeared. This is terrible. Everything points to it being stolen. It is my world. It didn't just have everyone's Christmas wishes in it, but it also addresses so that the presents get delivered to the right home. If the book doesn't turn up before Christmas Eve, it will be a disaster. Can you imagine? To give nothing but sadness this year? Even the Christmas sleigh needs the book in order to fly. Whoever has this seems to be very clever. I know that much. I followed him but didn't get far. I lost track of him in a small remote mountain village. Initially, I thought it would be easy to find him there. I tried, of course, but except for a few sparse hints, I didn't find anything. All that remains is a mystery to me. You are my last hope. Please help. Maybe you can find the thief, or at least find my golden book. I'll leave you a few documents that are sure to help you and have taken the liberty of organizing a lift for you. She will pick you up in front of your house. It will be the easiest way to reach the village. I can't do more for you at the moment. I have to rush off and deal with a mountain of formalities. The security authorities are giving me grief because, as you can imagine, the loss of the golden book is a gross violation of the CDPO, Christmas Data Protection Ordinance. But anyway, that's my
Everyone's getting hacked nowadays.
But anyway, that's my problem to deal with. I know that I can rely on your loyalty and discretion. Please help me save Christmas. I wish you every success. With speedy Christmas greetings. His signature is smudged and illegible, but you can figure out who wrote it. When you were a child, people tried to convince you that there was no Santa Claus, but here's the proof, right? In black and white, in a personal letter to you, no question about it. Of course, you will try to help him. Thoughtfully, you look into the envelope to find it contains a few notes and a strange item for finding doors. You obviously can't do anything with that yet, but there is nothing else of help. But anyway, you have already made up your mind. You will not miss this adventure. You look out the window. The wind seems to have subsided, but the thick flakes are still falling from the sky. You blow out the candle on your Advent wreath, pick up a few important things, and head outside. Since you arrived home, the snow has settled and now lies ankle deep on the road. The road looks empty, with hardly any people, though it is hard to see through the snowstorm anymore. Where is your lift to the village? Suddenly, you hear the sound of bells close by. In a disbelief, you spy a little horse-drawn sleigh turning into your road. It's one surprise after another today, but a horse? If the trip is taking you far away, then it could have been reindeer at least.
I was like, there's like all this magical quest from Santa. I can't even get a reindeer.
Yeah, can't even get a reindeer.
This person wants it all, don't they?
They do. You must have dozed off in the layers of thick woolen blankets, because when the sleigh stops sometime later, you are in a place you don't recognize. You stretch your limbs carefully and climb out. Immediately, the sleigh starts moving again and disappears with the gentle sound of ringing bells back in the direction from which you came. You obviously have to walk the rest of the way. You look around. It appears to be quiet at night. The clouds have completely cleared, and the moon hangs in a gigantic disk in the starry sky. You struggle through a deep snow up a small hill and stop at the top in wonder. In front of you lies the village that Santa wrote about. Silent and lonely, it sits in a shallow valley framed by an impressive mountain range. Not a soul can be seen. You listen carefully and hear nothing but your own breathing. In front of the mountain peaks, you spot a large steeple in the middle of the village. The many small, half-timbered houses look almost picturesque, but you feel a sense of unease. It is the middle of the night, but you are used to more noise. Who knows what's waiting for you down there, but Christmas is at stake, so you straighten your shoulders and set off down the hill with determination. On the way, you discover a hut on the edge of the central square, with a bright light shining from the window. You move closer and notice that the door is open, almost as if someone is waiting for you. The first puzzle begins with the calendar sheet, 1st December. You carefully approach the hut on the edge of the square. The door is ajar, but to be on the safe side, you creep to the frosted window and look inside. Everything looks deserted. Despite this, you knock on the door frame and wait a moment. Nobody responds. You enter. A strangely familiar feeling creeps up on you. You feel as though you know this place. The inside of the hut is pretty shabby. You notice a thick layer of dust everywhere and numerous cobwebs in the corners. It seems like nobody has been here for years. Strange. Didn't Santa Claus write that he visited the village? Something else catches your attention. On the outside, it looked as if the hut was brightly lit, but inside is actually pretty dark, and you can't see any light source. Odd. Yes, but you don't have time to figure out why. You have a deadline to meet. There must be a clue somewhere that will set you off on the trail of the thief. You let your gaze wander and contemplate what to do next. The golden book doesn't seem to be lying around here. There is a lot of strange junk though. Smiling, you suddenly remember the wise words from your grandmother. If you are desperately searching for things, then it's better to get them tidy first. The saying has been proven correct for often enough so that you decide to look around carefully and take the opportunity to clean up a little. As you do, you spot some notes on the table. Open door 1 now.
So it also says that you might have to label, fold, cut up
Okay.
when you do this. Anything is allowed and sometimes necessary. Keep all of the game material before you've completed the last day. So don't throw anything away.
All right.
And only ever read the current calendar sheet.
Let's do this. Okay. Opening door 1. Ooh. What is this? I'm going to do this as best as I can.
What do we have?
Okay, so we have riddle card A1, riddle card A2, and a bunch of objects.
Oh.
So it looks like a domino, a newspaper, an apple with a worm, a reindeer head ornament or deer head ornament, a button, what looks like a witch, a vase of flowers, a rooster, and a horse that is galloping, a statue. Yep, and inside the door, inside the room, they each have numbers on them. So did you want to read riddle card?
Yep, I can read riddle card A1. It has been many a year since anybody ventured here. Items over which folks fussed have now been left to gather dust. Of the items you have found, 3 don't need to stay around. Throw them out and do not miss into the bin that looks like this.
So throw 3 items into the bin that looks like that.
So A2 says, open up the bin with care, but as you do, please beware. The door adjacent must stay closed, as a later riddle will be posed. Your rubbish items must stay whole before you place them in the hole. Don't cut or bend anything to get it in the opening. 3 things will fit and solve the riddle, then sort the code, big, small, then middle.
The 3 need to go.
So I'm guessing you said they have numbers against them
Yes.
in the thing. So whichever ones we throw out will
that
have
would
the
be
numbers that we put onto the decoder.
Put onto the decoder. That makes a bit more sense. Don't cut or bend anything to get in the opening. It's talking about like a physical opening. There's nothing here.
I might go into the next one. That's what I thought it might have meant. So then whatever one we open next, we put it in.
Wait. There's a bin on the thing.
Does it look like that?
Yes.
Oh, so what does number A1 say again?
It has been many years since anybody ventured here. Items over which folks have fussed have now been lost to gather dust. If the items you have found, 3, don't need to stay around, throw them out. Do not miss into the bin that looks like this. I think, because this one now says, open up the bin with care, but as you do, please be aware the door adjacent must stay closed. That means, because it's got little tabs
Yeah.
on there, I think I can open the tab without opening the door. So the bin is now open.
But we
The bin
still
is
have
now
to
open.
find 3 things to put in there.
So your rubbish must stay whole before you place them in the hole. There must be things that can fit in there.
And these, yeah.
Don't bend or cut, so they should be able to fit directly in. 3 things will fit and solve the riddle, then sort the code. Big, small, then middle. Well, this is a tough one. How's this 10 and up?
It's the code of the 3 things, I guess. Yeah, it tells you what to open next.
Yeah. Because that will give us the numbers, right? So when we pop out those things, will any of them fit? Do we want to pop them out?
Yeah, because we do say you probably need everything later, so that wouldn't hurt.
I just want to see if I can fit things in that little slot.
Okay, be careful.
I will be
Don't
very
want to lose
careful.
anything in there.
Definitely not. The vase does not fit. The domino does not fit. Horse doesn't fit. The newspaper does not fit. The rooster fits. The button doesn't fit. The witch can fit. Don't do that.
Careful.
Don't think the scout thing can fit. So that must mean the apple can fit. Yep, the apple can fit. No, the reindeer thing will not fit.
Okay, so we have 3 items can fit in there.
Yes.
The rooster,
Yes.
labelled 1.
Yes.
The worm with the apple labelled 5.
Yes.
And the witch labelled 3. So we have an idea of what the number could be.
The 1, 5, and 3.
Big, small, and littles.
Oh, big, small, and little. So 5, 1, and 3.
3.
Okay.
Be it.
I think we're on the right track. There is the bin. These 3 things can fit. So we're probably thinking 5, 1, and 3. 5, 1, and 3. On the decoder card, to the left, and then down. So this one. And it should be circle, diamond, star.
Okay.
We did it.
I think we did it.
We solved it. May I have the pen?
You're gonna write 2 on it.
This is 2. Well, thank you guys. That took way longer than I thought it would. It's a lot of fun. We did the first one where we know what we're doing. So thank you guys so much. And we will catch you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.